today, I think I just start. Yo, what is going on, PeakFlow family? I don't know if you just saw what just happened right now, but this just goes to show you, even if you make 7 figures, 8 figures, 9, it doesn't matter. Technical errors happen. It happens to the best of us. It even happens to Top G sometimes. I don't know if you guys follow the news or the trends right now, but major things are going on. Right now, we're currently on the first weekend of Halloween. I don't know if there's a second one, but Halloween weekend, things is going crazy. Election is about to be in the next few days. And right now, we are going to cover on the topic of supplier acquisition. And before we go into the dropshipping stuff, make sure, again, guys, if you guys are new, my name is Marcus. Beside me, the handsome king is Trevor. And we're going to dive deep into – sorry, Trevor. Hey, what's up, bro?
What's up? Just wanted to welcome everyone to the live stream. Super happy to be on this live stream and share some value with you guys.
And if there's one thing I will say is sometimes I talk too much, guys. So feel free to just let me know in the chat, like, yo, Marcus, bro, like, just chill, all right? So that being said, quick shout out to Joe, actually. Joe right now, about half an hour ago, just got a small sale related to one of his e-commerce stores. So shout out to Joe. He's in our community. If you guys are interested in learning one-on-one from us, you guys could check out our mentorship application down below. We're very exclusive. We only accept a certain amount of people. But that being said, we do lives every single Friday. Make sure you guys ask any questions in the video, after the video. We try to figure out all of the questions throughout the week, and we just try to answer for you guys all of these types of, just so you guys can get a taste of the program of what we have to offer. We know our stuff. That being said, on to the next slide. Let's cover some of the week's wins. Shout out to my boy Jackie Chan, PeakFlow athlete. So just a little background story, and I'm going to hand off to Trevor on how, like, what they did and their system. But Jackie's a good friend of mine. I've known him, honestly, since, like, when I was younger, like 10, 11 years old. He's actually one of, like, those friends that, like, I try to bring in from, like, my childhood era, kind of like those friends. And I have to say, I've met a lot of people growing up, but only a few that were able to get Jackie's type of success. And we are amazing. And I have to say, Trevor also is just top of his game with dropshipping and high ticket. He knows his stuff. So Trevor, how did he do it with the organic system that we have now?
Yeah, so it looks like Jackie was just posting on Pinterest, IG, Twitter, TikTok. And actually Pinterest is a pretty good channel for just connecting with your store, getting some free organic traffic and even sales. So a nice little $3,600 sale with 100%, I mean, not 100% margins, but like no ad cost to acquire the sale, which is excellent. So he probably made around, I'd say, $750 or more on this order.
Like
so
20% margins usually is where you're thinking. Yeah. Then we have Tom Samuel. Trevor, you go.
Yeah, Tom Samuel with his, I think, second sale. And this one is very inspiring for anyone watching because
that's all I'm gonna say.
Because like Tom Samuel's from Israel, and with obviously you guys know what's going on with the war and everything, but like he's still able to make it work in another country selling the US. So this just shows you, like, if you have the desire, you have the information, and you have good mentors, which is what our program consists of, you will get results like this, even if it will take you longer because of the language barrier or because you're from another country. If you're willing to put in the work, you will succeed. And I think Tom's about to make his third or fourth sale coming up soon. So excellent.
If there's one thing you can learn from Tom is that if you're willing to try, customers will buy. All right? Don't forget that. If you're willing to try, customers will buy.
100%.
Then we have, well, I don't mean to boast. Nothing. This was actually a jab to the low ticket drop shippers because I hate it. I'll be completely honest, guys. I'm sorry if I'm ranting low. I hate it when people refer to me as like just a drop shipper. I'll tell you why. It's because all of these low ticket drop shippers have completely ruined the name of drop shipping. You know, when you think of drop shipping, you think of low ticket, China, mainstream, TikTok, BS garbage products. if you're new to this and you don't know what high ticket dropshipping is, look, high ticket dropshipping, we sell quality, we sell high profit, we sell a sustainable business model. And we have the system already. In fact, if you go on YouTube, you could search high ticket dropshipping. It's not just us, we run it. But the thing is, we have the system to turn it from 0 to 100, which is by personalizing your experiencing and giving you the best experience possible. So I say that because we take care of our customers, and seeing this is probably what every low ticket dropshipper would that would be their Mary Jane if they were Spider-Man. Do you understand me? Like, this is their Mary Jane. It's they become a superhero and they still have trouble getting the girl. Like, this is how important the girl is. You know, even if you're a superhero, you still might not get pussy. Anyway, no disrespect to Spider-Man lovers. Love y'all. Let's move on to the presentation. We have Joe. Okay. Actually, yeah. Trevor, you go with Joe.
I haven't read this one. Got my first call related to my store randomly.
That was the one I was talking about in the very beginning. So
okay.
I was just too excited. I couldn't control myself. Sorry, guys.
Amazing. So again, into the quick introduction. Who is this guy? Who is Marcus Lamb? Can you kind of explain? Who are you?
First, that's a loaded question, Trevor. But first, I just want to say, guys, I am not a Spider-Man hater. In fact, I love Spider-Man, guys. So I'm going to just start saying off by Marcus Lamb. One of his favorite superheroes is Spider-Man. It's just that I get upset when I see he's so cool, but, you know, he got trouble with the ladies sometimes. So that being said, I'm a kid from Brooklyn, New York, you know. Started off thinking that school and Yale and Harvard was going to be my end-all be-all. Funny enough, I'm Asian, right? So haha for the racist ones there. I understand. But that's what I was taught. And then I was halfway into college. I was in the system, put it like that. And I was sold this life of 401k, 9 to 5, you know, happy wife, happy life kind of, you know, system. And it just wasn't where I was asking questions. It just didn't seem to connect with me. I wasn't seeing a long-term road with this. I couldn't see myself doing it. I almost wanted to die, you know, not in a suicidal way, but I wasn't excited to get up like with this energy, you know? So I went through low ticket drop shipping. That's why I shit on it now, because that actually got me into debt, because bad systems, bad customer service, just bad leader in general when I was running it. So I stumbled across high ticket. And now here I am starting a high ticket coaching because, well, we know what we're doing. So for anybody that's struggling right now, you know, in those earlier stages, remember the quote, now is not forever. Just keep on going 1% every day. And eventually, you know, I'll see you at the top. Trevor, on to you.
Sounds good. One thing I want to add to the low ticket dropshipping story is you're trashing on it because of, what would you say, the business model, right? But one thing that sucks with low ticket dropshipping is the suppliers, which is what is today's video topic about. But we'll get into that right after my quick slide. So basically my story is I started ecom at a very young age, at just 12 years old. I started dropshipping on eBay, did a lot of other business models along the way, but eventually I found my bread and butter, my peanut butter and jelly, which is high ticket dropshipping. They just go hand in hand. I tried so many other business models, low ticket ecom, SMMA, affiliate marketing, SEO content sites, you name it, I probably have done it at some point. I'm from Michigan, and one thing you should take away from this is the fact that if you just double down on one business, stay consistent with it, more likely you are going to succeed with it. And I definitely spelled succeed wrong. It looks incorrect. But anyways, I would say just like I deal with a lot of clients on a day-to-day, and the people that succeed and the people that don't is pretty clear to me. And I don't want to like bash on people that don't have what it takes, but like as long business, you can make business succeed for you. In business, you can make it impossible to fail as long as you just don't give up. That's obviously what a lot of people say, but as long as you just get better 1% every single day, and you have the desire to make it succeed, and I've seen it across so many business models, they will, or the person will succeed. So enough ranting. Let's get into the presentation, which is step number 4, supplier acquisition. You watch all the other 3 steps. Now we need the relationships to actually start this business and actually get good suppliers to start our business with. So here's the agenda for today, which is we're going to talk about how to find suppliers, how to contact them, how to use pitch decks, and how to close suppliers via follow-ups. So before we begin, any questions or anything that you want to add to the steps, Marcus?
I just want to introduce real quick with in terms of suppliers. You want to look at suppliers as relationships, obviously, right? Supplier relationships. But what that basically means is you want to look at every opportunity as, you guys are going to make something out of this. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people coming in to finding suppliers, from my experience, is like, you guys are shy to like talk to suppliers because maybe it's your first time. You don't know what to say. You don't know how it's going to work. But I think a good mindset shift to think about it is like, let's look at high ticket dropshipping as a business model in the first place. High ticket dropshipping, the problem that it solves is communication. Okay, so a lot of the suppliers that you're working with, they have product. It's really good, but to make sure every customer they have coming in is handled, they just don't. That's why this whole entire business model industry exists. We're here to help bridge that communication. So coming into the conversation, don't think that you're left empty-handed. In fact, you carry 50-50 of what's going to help grow their business. You're going to help take care of their customers. You're going to be an extension and representation of their brand. And so one of the easiest ways to, when you start calling, you're kind of afraid or a little shy. It's just like, remember, you have something to bring to the table, which is that the system that me and Trevor have designed, it's been tailored for like over 5 years of like our experiences and our trials. And so now we have a concrete system that leverages marketing and automation to turn your high ticket brand into, the next level. And you say stuff like that, and that's also the truth, especially if you guys enroll inside the free program that we have, or if you guys are inside our Launchpad program where we have, us helping you one-on-one, stuff like that. You guys can actually bring a lot to the table. So don't think that you for 1 second is just bind it to them. Okay. Like go in there, kill it. And now let's go into just sourcing it. We'll start with, how to find suppliers.
Okay, cool. So step number 1 is going to be finding suppliers. So in the last module, we build our website, and that website is going to be used to close suppliers because we need a demo website to show suppliers what their products are going to look like on our store. So we picked our niche, set up the LLC. Now we need suppliers alongside with our website. So how to find suppliers? This is pretty straightforward. So for example, if you go to wayfair.com, before this loads, I want to share a nice comment. Marcus, can you check out the comment?
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to PeakFlow. I use your free course and it helped me to get started, and now just focusing on suppliers as an SEO now. Definitely would like to work with you, but need to get more funds. Thanks. The Lash 96, shout out. Thank you. Amazing. Cool.
Awesome. Like if you're doubting the free program just because it's free, like you're undervaluing it, because a lot of people have come from the free program, built their stores up even to 20K. I've seen people make their first 20K a month with the free program, and they use the profits to accelerate their growth. Like you have absolutely no risk just to get started with the business. Like you could get started with about 1,000 to 1,500 in just a free program, and you could get your first sales, lock in suppliers. You have the whole blueprint, which we're going to be covering inside this. So in terms of how to find suppliers, well, if you're selling something like saunas, the best way to the best way to find suppliers is just to either go on to a big box retailer. I do not know why Wayfair is not working.
So you could use places like Wayfair to source for places. Sometimes you've seen us on YouTube with Google, but sometimes Wayfair might lag. But if it doesn't lag, you'll be able to search up. So for example here, Trevor, what was that? It's like mirrors?
Yeah, let's look at clocks. Oh, they just have so many collections.
Those ancient clocks I've seen before. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. So let's just. Oh my goodness! I don't know what's going on with Wayfair. Just their site is broken and they're losing sales. This is your
Oh my.
competition. They're always breaking and like this is you got to take in that market share. So for
This is
example,
sad. Honestly, that's sad.
if you're selling saunas, the best way to find suppliers is just go over here
Big
and
bro, big box or Google. Yeah.
until you see brands. If it decides to load, of course. These are all brands that we can work with. That's just one way to find suppliers. For example, dynamic saunas. All we need to do is just search up dynamic sauna, find their website, and after we have the supplier's website, all we need to do is craft a pitch deck. And I have this perfect pitch deck that I created last year that still we use to close suppliers.
Do the test of time.
You can just copy paste it to your niche to close suppliers. So basically, you just want to pitch deck something like this, where you have your store name, a little quick overview, the founder backstory, marketing plan, core values, why allow us to grow your brand, value proposition, basically the stats, and why you're confident in your ability to grow the brand. So using a pitch deck is just a visual way to kind of present your offerings or your value propositions to a supplier. You don't 100% need it, but it does help in terms of explaining things to the supplier. So after you find a supplier, after you have the pitch deck, now it's just time to call them and pitch them. And we're going to get into the bread and butter, which is essentially what to say when calling and contacting these suppliers. So I'll leave this Google Doc. I have a link to my YouTube channel, but it's pretty straightforward. All I really need to do is just speak to a decision maker. See if they're open up to supplying / dropshipping, but never say the word dropshipping until they say the word dropshipping themselves. Get details of their ecom program, dropshipping program, which is what we're going to talk about. So this is the script that you can literally use yourself that I probably still use to this day. It's like, hello, good morning. My name's Trevor. I'm calling from my sauna supplies, and we're interested in becoming a dealer for dynamic saunas. Just curious if you know who would be the best person to speak with regarding this. And this is like the easiest script that you can use. Like, you just present to them who you're calling from, what's your name, what you're interested in, and you just want to speak to a decision maker. So at this stage, you're either talking to the decision maker or you're talking to a gatekeeper. If you're talking to a gatekeeper, they might have objections like, oh yeah, we have a dropshipping program. Let me refer you to Dave at Dynamic Saunas. Or we don't have a dropshipping program, or they're not taking on dealers. And then in that case, you just follow up later. But the script is generally pretty simple to follow. Once you are speaking with the decision maker, you're forwarded to the decision maker. All you really need to do is ask them this simple question. Can you tell me how we can go about applying to become a dealer for dynamic saunas? And then the rest of this flow is very simple. Get some details, build rapport, start building a relationship, just be kind. At the end of the call, get their email and then send them the actual pitch. So we'll go over the pitch, which looks exactly like that. I'm not going to read it, but you could generally see the flow. We're interested in selling their products. We're looking at sending X amount of orders, blah, blah, blah. And these are the rest of the emails that you guys can follow. So I'll leave a link to this exact script template inside of this live stream right after it ends. And essentially, this is everything you need in order to close suppliers. Marcus, do you have anything to add in terms of like your approach to calling suppliers, your approach to closing suppliers?
Yeah. So I chuckled a little bit as Trevor was reading some of it, if you guys might have noticed. And the reason is because the thought just occurred to me how it might seem so easy for us, because I'm trying to look at it from, you guys' perspective. One of the things I caught on to what Trevor says, like, once you do connect with the supplier, build relationship, build rapport, and then connect with them. So, of course, that's one of those things that's easier said than done. So I will go into telling you my approach when I go into building rapport with suppliers. And the first thing I will say is always, again, mindset. Number one, like, don't think you're coming in empty handed. You have something to offer. We have a good system. You're going to be able to take care of clients come in and represent their brand. And number two, you want to understand that with suppliers, it's also like sales. It's also like human relationships. You want to take into consideration your tonality of voice. You know, a lot of the times, especially if you're calling, the only thing they really can and will judge you on is the narration of your voice. Like, how are you talking? How are you speaking? Are you talking like, well, I'm actually applying to become a dealer program? Or are you like, hello, sir, like, I'm actually interested in becoming one of your dealers. Would love to know if there's a online dealer program available. You know, it's not even about sometimes what to say, which that's very, very important. But also remember that tonality, because that's the only thing they're going to judge you on. And then once you get past that, the next thing they're going to judge you on, and the next thing that's going to stand you apart from everybody else applying and doing that stuff, is your follow-up process. Guys, I can't stress this enough. When it comes to suppliers, also very much like sales and business, it comes down to the person themselves. Like, if you think sending one email a week is sufficient enough to follow up with a supplier versus someone that's honestly obsessed and chaotic like me, I was sending 3 to 4 emails in one day when I was in like that mode. And that was the times when I was getting the best ones coming in, because I was just sourcing through, looking at the profit margins, figuring out which ones I liked. And I had like a whole entire list of which ones I would like follow up on. And I did all of that, you know? So just keep that in mind. This is not like you do it one time. It's going to be a follow process. And the best ones are going to be the hardest to catch, you know? That's all. That's why I say.
Excellent information. So
Thank you, bro.
yeah, like you could just to recap, is like you could have the perfect script, but if you sound robotic, not confident, you sound like a.
It needs both, is what I'm saying. It needs both.
Yeah, if you just come with like, it's hard to explain. Like, just be
Yeah.
confident on the call. Like, it just takes a little bit of time, but after 4 or 5 calls, most of our clients, they said it's easy peasy. So it's really not anything daunting. Like, if you've never spoke on the phone before, like, you'll pick it up pretty quickly. If you're scared of talking to people, then I hate to admit, I was kind of the same many years ago, and even myself, it was pretty easy to pick it up. So I feel like anyone could really do it. So just follow the framework. It's pretty straightforward. Get the information, follow up with them via the email, and confirm a lot of the information. What's the cost of the products? What's the shipping cost? Most of the times, that information is going to be presented to you in the contract that you sign with the supplier. But if it isn't, then you just have to confirm with the supplier. But we just showed you how to send the email, use the pitch deck, how to find suppliers. Again, if you are not able to find the supplier's information, like this example where there's a phone number and email, then the best way to go about it is using Apollo.io, which is just a database of phone numbers and emails to find contact information of businesses. So most likely the supplier that you're trying to reach out to is going to be on that database. 90% of the time it is, and you're able to find that decision maker or somebody at the company. Because even if you can't reach a decision maker or you can't find a person, just talking to a gatekeeper, you'll slowly find your way to the right person to speak to. They might transfer you a couple times, and that's a bit annoying, but you will eventually find the right person to talk to.
Sorry to interrupt, Trevor, real quick. Let's go into some comments because we have a few that just popped in. Yo, what's good, bro? What's up? What's up, my bro?
Hey,
how you feeling?
What's up, guys? Next question.
I'm dropshipping. I'll read this first one. I'm dropshipping stores in Europe, and I work completely with SEO, but I do have some ads running to target bigger markets like the USA. Fantastic. Is there a question? Oh, do I have to run some ads?
Do I have to run some ads to try to market? Well, depending on what part of Europe, because Europe's a continent.
Do I have to run some ads? I actually know high ticket dropshippers in the UK, and they're doing that model in UK. So that
Yeah,
would
do
be,
you have to run ads? No.
you don't have to run
Or,
ads.
should you run ads? Yes. And the reason why is because ads, if your business doesn't have, if your business is just relying on organic, and with Google's algorithm all the time changing, just a snap of a finger or just your site gets penalized, boom, all your traffic's gone. And I do believe paid ads have, like, paid ads supplement your organic traffic. It's not officially stated, but I really believe in that philosophy that if you're running paid ads, it will help your organic rankings in some way or
Mhm.
other.
That makes
Cool.
sense. Yep. Hey, apply for coaching. I got a message on iMessage. Can I reply, but I do not deal with this. Message
Yep.
support at peakflowcommunity.com. Message support at peakflowcommunity.com. I'll go on to the next one for now. Samantha Paul, she asked any advice for what to say to suppliers who ask you for monthly sales and traffic info, but you don't have that info because your store is brand new. That's a deep question. I'm going to tell you why. If you're asking us to give you permission to like lie to them, no, I don't think you should lie. I don't think there needs to be any front of even getting to that point. My advice, if you're starting off new and your supplier is kind of like using that to leverage against you in the conversation, the way I would go about it is I would actually, um, I'll be honest, I'll be truthful, but I'll say it in the most truthful and best manner I could pitch it is be like, um, we have experience, seeing a lot of success inside your competition, inside the industry, inside the sauna industry. We know a lot of other brands are doing really well with this model. There's a proven system. We're here to just help you, not give you more trouble. And that being said, I love to work together, but if not, it's you know, and then I would be like, and then I would use like the point of their compare. I'd be like, maybe Sunray Sauna does, like I would mask it so that I'm gonna go and if you're not gonna do it with me, your other compares are gonna do it anyway. I'm here to bring you guys value. I'm here to bring and help your communication. It's not matter about my track record. I know what I'm doing. That's how I would have answered or approached it.
Mm-hmm.
That's my advice. Trevor?
My approach is I would just say upfront, like, hey, I'm a new business. We don't have any sales or traffic. Just be upfront with them. But one thing I would leverage is, especially if you're inside our program, is like you could just leverage our community. Like, hey, I'm in a network of 100 plus entrepreneurs that are running similar businesses in other
Mm,
industries.
right.
We have mentors that have done over $6 million in sales. Uh, we have the network. We know what we're doing. We're just a new business, like every other business that just started when they started. So I would just leverage what you can.
Mm-hmm.
Use a white lie, means that it's not lying, but you're just portraying yourself as something more than just a beginner. Hard to explain, but I feel like most people
Well
get it.
said, Trevor. I think you get the point. Don't lie. Next, do you have Discord? We actually stopped the Discord, but if you guys do want our free course, just go to our free school community. It's found on all of our links. And if you're too lazy to click on it, it's peakflowacademy.com/school with a K. All right. What do you think about the sports equipment niche and e-bikes? I love that niche. Trevor, I'll go first.
Sure.
Okay. E-bikes. My friend Nelson actually runs it, and he actually documented his journey on YouTube. So there's always that we. E-bikes is great, and in terms of sports equipment, I've always come to the philosophy of, if someone's gonna come and aspire to be, an NBA player, or they're trying to become Major League Baseball. Shout out to the Yankees, even though they didn't take that W, but people that have these career aspirations will drop a bag for whatever they need to get to where they need to be. Whether that's getting a funding from their school program, whether that is getting, a sponsorship or a coach, they're gonna find a way. So for me, I think of sports equipment. I would prove both. I love both of them. Trevor, your thoughts?
Yeah, I would say with sports equipment, that's kind of a bit general. I would niche down. So either fitness equipment, luxury yacht equipment,
Pitching machines.
Pitching machine, baseball, basketball, tennis, all the other sports,
Yeah.
I would be more niche down than just a sports equipment store.
Mm,
The reason behind that is because it's fitness and sports equipment is pretty competitive in itself. But
mm,
as long as you're niche down, you're still able to compete. And even though e-bikes is very, very, very competitive, our our boy Nelson's still able to make sales organically and with paid ads just by having a store that's just centered around e-bikes. So any competitive niche, as long as you're niche down in terms of your business name, your website domain, your offer, your back
mm.
end, and your ads, you'll be able to compete because we have people in the program that are selling saunas and they're doing over 10K a month profit. And sauna is the number one high ticket niche that everyone shows. So
It's
that
about
just
your
shows
back
you.
end systems, is basically what we're saying. That's key. That's your moneymaker. Your
Mm-hmm.
systems. Did you guys struggle with Google Merchant Center approval? I actually have a lot of crazy stories of Google Merchant Center approvals. Um, fuck. I'm sorry, Trevor. I'll start. I'd be talking a lot, but I'm going with it. I started 4 e-commerce stores in my past. If I could go back, I recommend 1, max 2. Don't go 4. 4 is ridiculously dumb. But with 4, I had to go through Google Merchant Center 4 times in 4 different periods of my life, bro. And I got misrepresentation in every single time. So I want you guys to just understand that with business, especially if you guys are signing up for everything that we have, also remember you're signing up for a business. The reason why me and Trevor can laugh stuff off, make things a little easy is because we just did the groundwork. You know what I mean? Like that's like asking a basketball player, why does your shot look so clean? It's like, bro, I've done 1,000 shots every day for the last 5 years. You know what I mean? So I went through personally 4 different setbacks with Google Merchant Center. First time was easy. Second, third, fourth, they kept getting stricter and stricter. I could only imagine how much stricter they are now. Because supposedly, so my back then, my go-to was literally going into the question mark on the top right on my ads or merchant center. And then I would, yeah, thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. Fuck, sidetracked me. Top right corner, question mark, I would go live chat and I would talk to the rep, but I know that rep wasn't going to be the one that approves it. I would make sure that rep sets me up with a phone call on the spot or like by tomorrow. So I would talk to someone that would get me in charge with someone in the admin department of that. But the only way you can make sure this actually happened is like you have to follow up. You got to send like 3, 4 messages. And if they don't respond, I did another question mark inquiring about my original inquiry. I was annoying them until they gave me something. You understand what I'm saying? So that was like my way. Like I just pure grit it. But like now, Trevor actually like cracked merchant center. Like he has a checklist. Literally, like he went out of his way to like look through everyone's like merchant center like struggles and how they approached it, and he put it into a like a document checklist form that you really, as long as you check off, you have the highest chance. It goes through like every single possible like leakage they possibly can. If that doesn't work, then then we'll go from there, kind of thing. So that's my story. Trev,
Yep.
that's
Yeah. So mine is pretty straight to the point. We do have a GMC approval guide, and I think we had over at least 15 people use it at this point. Every single person has used it and got approved with the system. Uh,
mm-hmm.
in terms of how or what it looks like, it's just like a checklist. And then we have a
Checklist.
way to, because after on one GMC, you have multiple reviews. After 3 reviews, it takes more than 7 days to request another review. So we have a way to set up a new account with a new identity, with a new IP address, and request a review again. And it's really, as long as you've just hit all the checklists correctly, it just is about getting enough reviews in and getting Google to look at it, the right person to look at it, and the account getting approved. So yes, it's annoying. And yes, basically, I would say 90% of our clients deal with it, but it is a fixable problem. We have a solution. So that's the straight to the point answer. And I got another question over here that I'll read. after joining your mentorship, who will teach us? I want to work with you and Trevor, only my bros. Thank you. So, yes, so you'll be working with us and the team. So to be fully transparent, you'll be working with me in terms of like the intro call, the niche call, and then actually our we have a
Head coach.
client that actually had success in the program. He's doing over 50K a month rev right now, and he'll also be helping you with the calls. So obviously, you have to look at it logistically. Like, there's no way I can handle 100 clients myself. I would just
Mm-hmm.
have no life. So we have to hire help at some point. But instead of hiring it outside, people that have no high tech ecom experience, we're
Mm-hmm.
hiring people that have been through the program
Mm-hmm.
and gotten success already. They know and follow the program step by step. So they're going to be also guiding you through the nitty gritties, the ins and outs, the day to days. So to answer your question, yes, you'll work with us and we'll be in your private channel. But I would say 80% of times you're going to be working with your dedicated coach that's been through the program, reached success. And you might not like that, but it has worked with all our clients to date, and everyone that has stuck to it has reached their goal.
And look,
It
if
just
at any,
doesn't.
I'm
Mhm.
sorry. If it, no,
Yeah,
you
go
can
ahead.
go first.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, like, it just logistically, it's impossible to handle 100 clients with just one person. Like, I want to, but I just can't. I would just be on
And
the computer all day getting nothing done.
no, and we will, guys. Like, I won't make no mistake. Like, when you guys do come in, when there's any big problems like that, maybe some of our coaches have not gone through. Like, you have all hands on deck. You got like 8 different drop shippers, like trying to figure out like what's going on. And we never really had to go to that point because all of the problems that you guys go through, like especially because they came inside from like our community, they've been there. You know, like how to where to find the color grading for your Shopify theme editor. Like they know it, where to put the navigation bar on there. They know like those little tasks you have to understand. We're here to help you move your business on the highest levels possible. But make no mistakes, the reason we're into this, the reason we're doing what we're doing is because we're simply giving value. We're giving birth to the next level of entrepreneurs, and we're gonna do it right. So you guys come in, we got you. Okay, don't be afraid. We're here to make sure we stay here for decades, if not generations. Okay, that's what PeakFlow is about. So Cam Lanshaw, Dad, next. Nick Ward.
Why'd you cancel my interview? I didn't do anything.
I'm sorry,
Okay,
man. I don't know.
I'll answer it. I'll
Oh,
answer it.
okay, go.
Yeah, why we canceled? I'm assuming like a call. Um, if we canceled it, either I or the team didn't think we would be a good fit to work together. It's very straightforward. We don't want to waste your time if we
Yeah.
don't think we could potentially help you.
Look, guys, we're
Yep.
very strict on who we accept coming into the program. It's kind of not like you just want to, and we make sure like you are fit, and you can you're qualified.
Would you
Would you
trust
trust
someone Fiverr to get unsuspended on GMC?
This is very controversial. I'll go
You want
first.
me to go?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I say, and I'm not gonna lie, there might be some friction. I say no, and I feel like Trevor's gonna say yes, but I've never used it. That's my only thing. Like I've always just done it myself. So I would try it if it didn't work, but it worked for myself. Trevor?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same thing. I wouldn't recommend it, but I have used the Fiverr person it got approved. But this was uh, my first store, which was created in 2021, and still have it. Uh, but I used that same person for another store, and they weren't able to fix it. So I feel like it's kind of like a
50-50.
gamble. But if you kind of know like what to do, doing it yourself is oftentimes
Always
faster.
the best. I'm from the
Joseph
UK.
says,
I'm from the UK. Suppliers in my niche can be bought from directly, but there are still some e-com stores running their products. Wouldn't it make logistical sense as a consumer to purchase from the supplier? Great question. So suppliers, yes, can sell their own, but they also have dealer programs available because they just can't take up every customer that comes in. You know what I mean? Like, all right, the easiest way I can explain it is like this. With your logic, we would be going and buying our Mercedes from Mercedes, right?
Yeah, the perfect example is Apple.
Right.
They can sell themselves, but why do they have all these big box retailers selling for them?
They have Best Buy, Walmart, and it's just kind of
Amazon.
like, yeah, like why do you have dealers and wholesalers? You have people that want to buy in bulk, and then you have people that want and distribute, and you have people that deal it and sell it to mass market. So that's just business chain. That's just how the economy of metrics work. Yep. Next question. Because most of my products were approved, then I got suspended out of nowhere, and I was setting up ads. Of course, because you didn't follow Trevor's checklist, and also maybe look into shipping and return pages. That's usually the first thing I look into, shipping and return, and then that's my take for it. I look into that.
Yeah, because most of my products were approved and suspended out of nowhere. Well, I mean, products being approved just means that no errors for now. Misrepresentation or any other suspension could happen at any time. But generally, after you fix it, the account is going to be good, and especially if it's been running ads for a while.
Yeah. I do, Addy. Love. Welcome.
Thank you.
What do you guys for handmade products? I'm running a Japanese handmade products. The prices is around 200, 400. Mid-tier dropshipping, mid-ticket. I think it could work if you. It's all about suppliers, guys. At the end of the day, what is high ticket dropshipping? What's dropshipping? You find a product for lower than market value and sell it for higher. So if you have a Japanese handmade product, and you're getting it for like 30, 40% margins, that's something that's something you can work with. But then you just have to figure out logistics, branding, marketing. It's a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
You offer a payment plan. Speak with our team about this. Support at peakflowcommunity.com. Assuming you're using Shopify, which theme did you choose? Not looking to copy, just curious. Brother, you're gonna probably get copy once we tell you. But it's gonna be Warehouse, Empire, and we have a special gem one that if you guys actually watched last week's video, you can find out. So you can find out there. I'm from India. I have experience with Google search and YouTube ads with affiliate marketing. Yeah, message support at peakflowcommunity.com. Okay, that's it for now. Let's go into more supplier acquisition. So
I think we covered everything. How to close
nice.
suppliers via pitch decks, how to contact them. But if you want the actual how-tos of actually implementing this in our free course in school, you can watch it. The good thing about the free course is Marcus made a version, I made a version, so you can see our perspectives from both of our ends on how to close suppliers. Take a bit of both, bring into your own style, start closing suppliers. Remember, in the beginning, it's just a numbers game. Close suppliers, even if they say no, it just means no right now. Doesn't mean no forever. I think that is it for supply acquisition. In the next week's video, we'll go over launching ads, which is something I'm excited about because I love Google Ads. How do we access the pitch deck template? Should be in the free course in the supplier module.
Yeah. If you guys, sorry, you go.
Yeah, but basically you could look at what's here and make your own version. And you could go to Canva and look for a template. There's free ones. Search up pitch deck, and then you can make a copy. I think this is a copy as well. I just changed the words. So you can make your own copy with a different color and formatting and logo and stuff, and then make your own. But yeah, you could build your own right here.
Yeah, guys. All these links will be found on the YouTube channels, on the description. The free group is there. If you guys also want some of my live calls, I actually give it away on PeakFlow Academy. So that's peakflowacademy.com if you're interested in our $49 a month program. And if you guys just want the free material, that's free there. If you guys are wondering the difference, the 49 gives you a little bit more advanced information, and then you also get more personalized group calls. So you can kind of get a taste of what's inside our program if you're interested with that. But if you guys are also on a budget, free is more than enough for you to even get your first high ticket sales. Just peakflowacademy.com/school, and all links found in the links below. This is it for this week's sesh. Happy Halloween, everybody. Enjoy yourselves. Don't go too crazy. Love.
Have a good November. Peace.